What is up, you guys? It is Garrett coming to you from day 41 of the carnivore diet. Check it out. We are out here in the beautiful land of Arizona. We're gonna go Salt River tubing today, and I'm gonna take you guys on this journey with us. We went last weekend, so this time I feel a little more comfortable to try to document and take some videos. So let's get to it. So we are out here floating down Salt River. Whoa, look at everybody.
Going into trees.
Woo! It's been a blast. It is very sunny, very warm, like 104 degrees today, but it's good. Keep on going. All right, so we just stopped and Shane got annihilated by some wasps. He did this little like cliff jump thing right there. I will link a little video, but he got stung like 5 times by the wasp nests that are up there. And the thing is, we told him that there was wasps up there. So I cannot believe he forgot or went for it anyway or whatever he did. Got stung 5 times for it. Yikes. So we're having a blast. Having a blast, Blake?
Yes.
Woo!
Nervous for him. Yes.
He's gonna get annihilated by the wasps.
Don't do it. He's totally gonna get
He is.
He's not allergic, right?
Yeah,
As long as, well, he's allergic to penicillin, so.
Yeah, he is. They're all happy for him.
Oh my god.
Just jump.
Exactly. We told him. All right, you guys, so I'm back home and slightly sunburnt, but not too horrible. We were out there for, I think we tracked, it was like 4.5 hours is how long it took us to get from start to finish. Last weekend, we were also out doing the Salt River tubing, and we did kind of like the shorter length. So instead of getting on at point 1, we got on at point 2, and that took us about 2.5 hours. Both times we stopped for about the same length of time at the same stopping point, and that is where you see Shane get stung by the wasps and us just kind of hanging out, and we take that little video there. So yeah, it was a total blast. So let's jump in now more towards the carnivore diet and what's been going on for me. So things have been going really good. I'm very excited because the nausea that I was experiencing is now pretty much gone. I haven't really felt it much, or if I have, it's just like a quick couple minutes and then gone. And not a big deal like it was where I was feeling sick for like the rest of the night after I was eating and things like that. So what I boiled it down to, and kind of a tip that I got, was don't eat the rendered fat from the meat that I'm cooking. So what I would do is I would cook in tallow, I would cook in, beef lard, whatever it was. And afterwards, I would just take like all the juices and stuff and just pour it onto my burgers, pour it onto my steak. And I guess that can be super sensitive to some people. So instead, what I've been doing is just taking my steak, my burgers out, and then I'm like dabbing it down with a napkin, not to get a bunch of extra grease. And those types of things, and I have felt tremendously better. I've also been eating some cold, like, I guess steak, essentially, like a chuck roast and things like that I had made. And I just cooked it, threw it in the fridge, and then I've just been pulling it out, eating it cold with my meals, and that's helped too. Just not having that fat heated up has made such a tremendous difference. I'm glad that's all that it was. And I'm glad that I finally figured it out, because it was kind of a crappy 2 weeks there, feeling sick and nauseous after I was eating, but just tanked it out, got through it, and now there is light at the end of that tunnel. So super happy about that. The other thing I've done since the last video is I added in dairy. So I started to eat butter, eating about a half a stick of butter with my meals. Been feeling really good. Increasing my fat intake has helped me have a lot more energy. It's been like 2 months, maybe even 3 months since I've had dairy. So that was kind of different, giving my body a break from dairy and coming back to it. I feel better. I think that like my sinuses have been a little bit kind of back to where they were, a little bit more drainage, a little bit runnier. And the only thing I can even think of is probably it relating to dairy. So it's just something that I probably won't do forever, maybe just through this Labor Day weekend, which, by the way, happy Labor Day weekend to everybody. But yes, I think I'll probably just go through the end of this weekend and then take that back out. Maybe try it again later. Maybe try different butters. Right now I'm doing Kerrygold butter, which is a great butter. Most people do really well with it. But maybe I need to try even a more raw, unpasteurized type of butter. So the other interesting thing about eating butter has been that I have been having these crazy vivid dreams at night. Now, I didn't think that that would have anything to do with butter or dairy, but I have actually heard now from multiple sources, people doing carnivore and people just in general who through dairy products have crazy dreams at night. So not having any dairy, I literally hardly dreamed at all. Very rarely would I have any dreams, but I have had crazy dreams every single night since eating dairy and having butter in my diet. So if you want to have crazy awesome dreams, eat a half a stick of butter before you go to bed and you'll do great. Awesome. So the next thing that I wanted to talk about, I kind of wrote it out because sometimes I get a little long-winded here. So I joined a carnivore group, which is awesome. I did last month. I was part of Dr. Paul Saladino's challenge called Animal Base 30. That was really fun. That was mainly through Facebook and kind of posting messages, pictures, things like that. Whereas now I'm part of the Steak and Butter gang, which is pretty cool. And this is from a YouTuber, Steak and Butter gal. Her name is Bella. She's been doing the carnivore diet now for about 2.5 years, very successful with it. And she has now created this group where there's lots of people and they're actually doing Zoom calls 3 times a week or 3 different days a week. So Sunday, Tuesdays, and Fridays. And then there's multiple different options on each day just to plug in, have more community, set goals, have some accountability, which is just helpful because no one really else in my life is doing the carnivore diet in my area or around me in my close sphere of friends and family. And so it's nice to have a group of people also doing that, also pursuing different health goals or fitness goals or whatever it is, and then being able to support them and encourage them and learn from them. If it wasn't for, this group and one of the coaches from this group, I wouldn't have learned about the rendered fat thing and would probably still be feeling nauseous and sick and really confused and unsure what to do and how to go about it. So I am pretty stoked about that as well. And so it's day 41 of the carnivore diet. I'm almost at 45 days, which is the halfway point. Honestly though, I'm probably just gonna keep going when this is done because I do feel really good. I think it's just an easy way to know that I am eating the right things, on the right track. I got all the good nutrients. So I'm excited after the 90 days to get some testing done, see maybe where there's some nutrient deficiencies or where I might lack, see if leaky gut's healed, just kind of get a good full picture of where things are at. But man, meat is so nutrient dense. I really don't need anything else, and I'm open to eating organ meat, which is just extra beneficial, but not even mandatory. Some people just eat steaks and that's it, and that's their carnivore diet, and they're good to go, no deficiencies. They've done it 5, 10, 15 plus years. I've seen some pretty awesome testimonies with that. And so that is just phenomenal. And so just a little bit about what's going on. I appreciate all the support and everything that I've had here through these videos, and friends and family reaching out, encouraging me, watching me post pictures of brains on Facebook on my story. Yes, I found a shop just down the street right over here. They sell brains and intestines and kidneys and liver and all that stuff. And right now I like beef liver the most and lamb liver. I had lamb kidneys. Those are pretty good actually. The brains were weird. Won't ever do that again. Maybe in a capsule form. It was just really squishy and weird, just like you would think brains would be. I cooked it in an air fryer, salted them. Just not worth it. I'd rather have more steak, I think, than fill up on brains. So that's my little bit there. And I don't want to be totally a zombie. I'd rather just be a carnivore. So no brains for this guy. All right. Yes. So that's everything for today. I am super thankful for everyone who's supported me, encouraged me along this journey, and been there for me. Thankful for my wife, who is super cool with me just eating meat, even though it's quite inconvenient. And ironically, she doesn't even eat red meat. So everything I eat is something she does not eat. So I don't really have anything left over to cook for her or to cook at the same time, but I still try to cook her some meals here and there and do those types of things. But she's just been super helpful through this journey. And also just, yeah, friends and family being cool, not pressuring me to eat random stuff. Obviously, they give me a hard time and joke at me, which is totally fine. But they're not too crazy about that. So thankful for you guys joining in for this video, this vlog. Hopefully you enjoyed the fun clips from the Salt River tubing. This is Garrett, over and out. Carnivore Diet Day 41. We'll see you guys soon. Peace.